Hi, electric plug in again. We're on batch 117 today. It's going to be a blood orange. I've made a blood orange millions of times. Not millions, but it feels like it. A little bit different recipe today. We always change it up a little bit and we keep notes to see what's going to be the better beer. So let's get on with it. I brought my plants in here to overwinter so they don't die. Batch 117, like I just said, so we're going to dough in, get the strike water in. Batch 117 we're doughing in with. This dough, these grains are cold. Yeah, we're going to have to turn the tank back on. She's a blood orange. We call Eleventy Seven. E-L-E-V-E-N-T-Y, the number 11-7.
Very good.
.52 according to this gauge. Not too bad. Oops. For 1 hour here we're going to do a verloft by removing some of the wort from the mash tun. I'm holding a pitcher down here. I'm filling up as I speak. Oh, the smell of that is absolutely delicious. I have sparge water on today that we'll be sparging by hand with the same pitcher. We just pour it in slowly here so we don't totally disturb the grain bed. The name of this beer, I'm not going to say it a million times this time, is called 11-7. It is another version of my blood orange. Why wouldn't it be? Just a couple little different grains, and that going to my original yeast. I use bele saison yeast. So I'm going to run this off to the oil kettle through a funnel that I use here. I'm just picking up on there a strainer. And then we'll be sparging at the same time with some sparge water. We're going to start hitting it with some hot 172 degree sparge water, very slowly here. I might be a little bit early, but I don't want to stir up the grain bed too bad. By the time it takes me to get another pitcher of water, we don't do it here fancy at the vineyard, we do it the old-fashioned way. I don't have a sparge arm, I don't use all that stuff. That's the wife behind you on camera. She's setting up some grow lights for our indoor plants to overwinter here. You see her on camera. That's what's going on there. So we're going to get this one started. You can do a batch sparge, which is nothing more than re-soaking all your grain in a hotter temperature. I don't mind doing it this way sometimes. It's just a little more time consuming. Like I say, I don't have a sparge arm or nothing, but that's fine. Slowly raising the temperature into the tun here. I'm keeping my water in a kettle today, just on a burner. A little hot plate. Keep it nice and hot from the temperature I need, 172 for the sparge. So we'll get back to you when we're doing more. Why wouldn't I? I have no idea why I would. We're still getting the grain out of here. What I do is get it out. I dump it in my can there, feed it to the pigs. I don't have any pigs. But then what I'll do is I'll turn this thing upside down and get the rest of this liquid in the mash tun you really can't get out. Ah!
Just don't throw that bowl. It's made of melamine.
And that's about all I can get out by the bowl. We'll end up tilting it and get the rest of the work put in the kettle.
Just don't throw that bowl. It's made of melamine.
Hey! The brewer's helper never tells you what not to throw and throw!
Don't throw that bowl. Don't throw that bowl.
A brewer's helper never tells you what to do!
Empty that bucket. Ooh, that's hot.
Watch out. You always got to keep an eye on here. I just turned my back a second and we're hitting a hot break. That's kind of funny. I just turned it down for a second. Look at that. I came over to clean the table off a little bit. Get things ready, move my coffee cup, turn my back for 2 seconds. That is crazy. When you're close to a boil, never turn your back on it. So on this batch of blood orange, I normally use a Citra hop, but we're going to change it up and we're using a Warrior. This is a Warrior hop. We've used it before on different type of brews, so good hop, good hop. So that's in for 60 minutes. I can turn the boil back up a little higher. And we came in at 1050. The sheet says 1050, I think. Yeah. 1050 pre-boil. And what we're doing is we used a refractometer. Came in at 1050, and I got a tube full of wort cooling down to about 70 degrees. We're going to put the hydrometer in there, and we're going to compare the difference between the refractometer and the hydrometer, just to see if they're close. We're getting ready for a football game here. Our favorite team's on. How you doing? Go Bills. 1050 on the hydrometer. 1050, exactly the same reading I got on the refractometer. So this is the second time I calibrated it, and they're spot on. 1050, 1050, pre-boil. Nearing the end of the boil, last 15 minutes. We're throwing in 1 ounce of East Kent Golding hops. That's a decent hop. East Kent Goldings are in, 1 ounce. We're going to give it a spoonful of Fermate K. And there we go. 1 spoon of Fermate K. Right into the boil. Whew. And then we get a nice cap full of Irish moss, which I got more in the house. General cap full right in there. So last 15 minutes to flame out. I'll go ahead and get stuff ready. That's what you got to do when you brew. Out. We got flame out on the blood orange. We're going to get our wort chiller in there. The wort chiller's in and we're chilling. 4 hours and 10 minutes so far. We're chilling. All right, we're chilling here. Temperature's dropping rapidly. Lake Erie's nice and cold. So we'll get the yeast in here shortly. Why wouldn't I? Get here a little bit, and then I just run a little beer off through it anyway, a little wort. before I go to the mash tun or to the fermenter. So we're going off to the fermenter with the blood orange. We use the, it's Vintner's, but it's an Oregon puree, made by Oregon Company, I guess. Vintner's, Oregon, I'm not sure who's who anymore. So we sanitize everything, including the yeast package, which I just lost. Got it. Again.
What the heck? I would have got another one.
Okay, we're going to pitch our yeast here. Bele saison. That's what it's called. Get it open without spilling it. Ooh, that's a dark yeast. This ain't what I'm used to. Oh boy. Huh. This is not the yeast I'm used to, so we're going to have to look up the characteristics of that. I'm a little shocked at the color of that. Then we're going to get our blood orange puree in. Everything's been sanitized. We're not even sped up. Sanitize. Get the rest of our work in here. And that's it for the pour out of the kettle. We're going to end up washing that out. We're going to get a cover on here. Cover is on. We get our bubbler, our airlock. Some people call it a bubbler. It's an airlock. It just keeps the air out. And there you go. 4.5 hours this brew is done, besides cleanup. Did anybody tell you to stir yet?
Here we go.
Hey, quiet.
We all do.
Here we do. We all do. We're going to dough in with batch 117 today. And once again, my videos, I say it a billion times. This is a blood orange.